The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy MLK Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's doing phenomenal. We are up. We're at it. Even on our holiday, baby, we're here. We're doing our thing, and we're bringing it to you guys. Going to look at these markets today, figure out what's going on, man. They are getting quite interesting out here in this world of crypto. We're definitely going to focus on crypto today for the most part because the stock market here in the United States is closed. But we will look at the Asian stock market. We will look at the European stock market. Going to look at some silver. Going to look at some gold. Going to go over these markets. Going to look at the crypto industry. Going to look and see what is going on over there, y'all. So, yo, you guys on TikTok, tap that screen on your way in, man. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate everything you guys are doing over there. So go ahead and tap that screen on your way in, guys, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But yes, we are definitely going to get into the markets today because some interesting stuff happened yesterday. We got our weekly candles over here on for the week. Yesterday was Sunday, so the weekly candle came in. Oh, it got real interesting over there yesterday for the weekly candle, y'all. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get into it. TikTok, I kind of got you guys pointed at my screen this morning so that you guys can see what we're talking about. We'll flip you guys around here in a little bit as we get into this thing. But go ahead and like this stream, share this stream out, guys. Go ahead and tap that screen on your way in on TikTok because we need you to. We need you to. We got to get this thing out in the old algo. So appreciate all you guys over there. So yeah, we're definitely going to get into the markets today. Going to get into a little bit of what's moving the markets as well. So yeah, we're here. We're here for it. We're here on this holiday week. And we're definitely here for it, y'all. So we're gonna get into it. Go ahead, tap that screen on your way in, guys. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them shares up. But let's get them likes up. Let's get that thing tapped over there. And we're gonna get into the market. What's going on over here? What's going on, Selmo? What's going on, brother? Happy MLK Day for y'all, man. Red number, man. Yeah, bunch of red numbers out here today, man. Yes, Helmo, happy MLK Day to you, brother. How are you? Let's see who else is up in here. Oh, we got Alien Ape up in here. Good morning. How are you? Alien Ape. I think that's how he says it. But yo, on TikTok, guys over there, keep tapping that like screen. As you guys come in. Like I said, we're gonna get into it. Because a lot of stuff happened last night, and it's gonna get real interesting as this week moves on. It's gonna get real interesting. Likes ain't high enough over there on TikTok. Let's go ahead. Let's get them likes moving, y'all. Tap them screens on your way in, guys. Come on. Let's go. Let's get them up. So we got the Asian market right now. It traded all in red. Looking nasty over there, looking like an absolute disaster. European markets looking like an absolute disaster as well. Not good, not good at all. Everything's red. We got right here the European trade war has started, y'all, over Greenland. They are basically um, cut off a lot of these tariff trades with the United States, and this ain't sitting well with the markets right now. So definitely has an impact on what's going on right now. Not good, not good. These relations ain't good right now, and got to do something better, y'all. Got to do something better. The markets don't like what they're seeing, and the European markets definitely don't like what they're seeing over there. But I guess when you start just talking about taking another country over, I guess you kind of just have these problems, right? And it's definitely not looking good right now for them. The good news here is that the Supreme Court. It looks like the Supreme Court's going to uphold the tariffs for Trump and allow him to do his thing. I think we're going to come out somewhere in the middle. I think that there will be a little bit of pushback from the Supreme Court, but not enough to do anything to the markets. So definitely gonna wait and see what happens there towards the end of the month. There got the Clarity Act right now that's kind of up in the air. What a mess that is, right? What a freaking mess that is. You got Brad Garlinghouse out here supporting the bill, along with Robin Hood, along with Kraken, and then you have Coinbase and some other DeFi projects that are saying, not so fast, my friend, not so fast. This may not be a good thing for the people. And here we are, right? And here we are in the middle of this crazy nonsense of the Clarity Act. And we don't even know if we're going to get the Clarity Act anymore, guys, to tell you the truth. I mean, when you look at this thing, they kicked it down the road all the way back to the mid 26. And here's the thing. This better get it before the midterms. Better get it before the midterms. And because if you don't, you're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. And we're going to be talking about a lot more of a problem as Clarity Act doesn't pass. Happy Monday, Ken. How are you, my brother? From overseas over there in Europe, doing your thing this early afternoon to you, my brother. How are you? How are you? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with the Clarity Act. The only thing I know is that it doesn't look good, and it's definitely not good for DeFi. We can tell you that right now. It's definitely not good for DeFi, and it's and something's not better than nothing. I can tell you that. Heat, what's going on? How are you, man? Rise and shine, baby. Happy Martin Luther King Day to you, Heat. How are you, my brother? I hope you're doing well. But yeah, something's not always better than nothing. I can tell you that. It sounds like the Clarity Act was written by big banks, and we are where we are. We can argue about it, we can talk about it, we can do whatever we want about it. But here's the bottom line: does it mean anything? Because the people that are going to pass this bill are the same people that are sitting up there in Congress right now, and there's a lot of big money up there, and the banks have a huge amount of lobbyists up there, and they're going to get what they want. I think it's going to pass. I do think the Clarity Act is going to pass. I don't think that it's going to have a lot of amendments to it. I don't think that it's going to change too much from where it is right now. I just think that they just kick the can down the road a little bit. But the banks will get what the banks want. Big money will get what big money wants. And at the end of the day, this is the maturity of crypto. You have now entered the institutional realm of crypto. I remember our bear market, everybody was wanting institutional money to come in. And guess what? It's here. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it, and you got it. And this is what it is. This is how they make the bacon up there. So it is what it is. He said to get ready for work. Go grind, baby. Go grind. Yo, I'm working right now. We all working, man. We all working. But let's go ahead. Let's look at the precious metal sector, guys, because there's a lot of money being made in precious metals right now. Precious metals is making more money for people than crypto. Let's just be honest. Let's talk about it. Let's be honest about it. And let's just put it out there. Right now, precious metals is seeing a surge in like they haven't seen before. Like I don't want to say like they haven't seen before, but they haven't seen this surge in a long time. And they're actually making more money in crypto, y'all. When you look at gold is on an absolute tear, sitting at 4,600 right now. 4,600 and what's that? $67. You got silver right now sitting at $93.16, man. Silver is trying to pop above $100, man. Silver is definitely trying to pop above 100 and make this run. You got copper that's up, palladium that's up, all the precious metals are up. Why are all the precious metals up, guys? Because they need these precious metals for cars. They need these precious metals for cell phones. They need precious metals for they need them for nuclear reactors. They need them for everything, right? And they're popping right now. And right now, I believe the United States and Europe have an issue right now with silver in the trading of silver and how that's going to go down. And that's going to either pop silver or bust silver, but we're going to see. But man, silver is definitely on its way up to $100, man. And silver has been on an absolute monster run over the last month. The gains over here in precious metals are bigger than the gains in crypto. I'm telling you guys that right now. And this is why you see so much money flowing over into precious metals, because they're moving, and there's a lot of money over there, and they're moving, and you see it. It's right there in front of your face. People are going to think that people are saying that this rotation out of precious metals is coming to crypto. We'll see. I see the rotation from gold to silver, to palladium to platinum. I see this trade right here kind of swapping amongst each other. And money moving within the precious metal sector. That's what I see going on right now. And until that chills out, crypto is going to kind of struggle a little bit. Let's go ahead. Let's get into crypto. There's not a lot. United States stock market is closed today, so we don't really got to spend too much time over there. But definitely a lot going on in crypto. Like I said, we got that Clarity Act we got to deal with. We got a new week. We got new weekly candles that just opened up yesterday that didn't open up that well. We got some charts to look at. We got some stuff that's going on over there. We're gonna go ahead. So let's just go ahead and get in and get after it. Right now, you got the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 45. Remember, guys, last time we streamed, this thing was up in the 50s, right? So it's taken a step to the downside. Altcoin season sitting at 27 out of 100, pulling back as well, along with the market cap pulling back, sitting at $3.15 trillion. People got liquidated yesterday. I put a video out on X and a video out on TikTok about people getting liquidated, how much money came out of the market. I think it was like $525 million got liquidated in like 60 minutes or, something like that. So something crazy. But you look at the outflows of the ETFs just on Friday, $390 million worth of outflows on the ETFs. So, not looking hot, man. And here's the big one. You're looking at the Bitcoin dominance ticking back up to 59.1%, right? That's a huge level, 59.1%, because that Bitcoin dominance continues to go up, right? It continues to go up. And the Ethereum dominance sitting at 12.4% continues to go down. And the altcoin dominance sitting at 28.5% continues to go down. And that's why your altcoin season, the numbers on that continue to go down as well. But look what's going up. The futures, the longs and shorts, the perpetuals, We're up to $700.45 billion right now. Well, last time we streamed, this thing was sitting in a $600 billion range, somewhere up in there. So the futures start to go up. People are starting to, I believe people are starting to bet long on this market, but we'll see when we get into the numbers here. When we get into the actual liquidation levels, which we will get into. We got the bubbles over here, guys. Not looking hot, baby. On the day, not looking hot, baby. On the hour, look at that hour. I mean, look at that daily chart, right? Look at the daily bubbles on this thing, man. These things, you couldn't get more red than this, baby. You couldn't get more red than this. This is absolutely just, your altcoins right now are just getting freaking slaughtered. Let's call it what it is, baby. We ain't sugarcoating nothing around here. Altcoins are getting freaking hammered. So anybody that's sitting up here right now telling you, hey, my meme coin's gonna run, baby. My meme coin's gonna run. They're full of shit. If them altcoins are getting slaughtered like that, there ain't no low market cap that's gonna take off. They're full of shit. Let's call it what it is. Ken, what's up, Ken? Selmo, what's going on, dog? How you doing, man? We freezing out here, Selmo. We freezing, baby. It's cold. It's cold over here. Yo, TikTok. Smash that like screen, y'all, for your boy. Smash that like screen for your boy. Keep smashing that like screen for me, man. Appreciate you guys over there doing your thing, man. TikTok is absolutely on fire. We're going to get into some charts in a minute. TikTok, that's kind of why I got you guys turned around a little bit. I want you guys to see what I'm talking about. So it's a little bit more difficult for me to get to the chat when you guys are turned around like this, but definitely stay tuned. And I may follow this up, and I probably will follow this stream up with a TikTok panel discussion about the markets. Just a Monday morning crypto talk, just a panel discussion. We don't got to share a screen or anything like that. We can just talk about the market and kind of where it is on a panel. Definitely like not good what we're seeing right now. River's performing okay, up 11.9%. Quant's performing okay, up 3.3% here on the hour, but everything else is just getting absolutely hammered. Just getting decimated on the day and the hour. Not looking too good at all. BlackRock pretty much owns Coinbase. Yeah, they do. BlackRock pretty much owns Coinbase. I wouldn't disagree with you on that. But here's the problem. Here's what we got going on, and I'm gonna, I said this. I was on TikTok live, and I said this, and people got really upset. But I'm gonna stand by what I said, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on it. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Brad Garlinghouse XRP sold out DeFi. And call it what you want, and people can get upset and people can get mad, but he went to bed with the same people that put him in court. And he, to me, that tells me a lot about your character. When things get tough, where do you land? Who's got your back? DeFi had his back. Coinbase had his back. Coinbase had his back the whole time that he was in court. And the first chance that he got, he turned his back on Coinbase. So to me, that's some old punk shit right there. And we don't do that around here. We don't do that. That is not how I live my life. We don't do that. People will say that that's business, and blase blah. They'll give you that old song and dance, and get up there chucking and jiving for everybody. But we don't chuck and jive over here. There's no Sambos over here. We don't chuck and jive. It's the bottom line here is my man sold everybody out, and he he chucking and jiving, talking about something's better than nothing. But at the same time, when you were fighting the SEC, the people in DeFi and Coinbase and everybody had your back. And the first chance you got to turn your back on them, you turned your back on them, man. So keep chucking and jiving, baby, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the long run. XRP fell under $2. Don't feel sorry for anybody with XRP under $2 because your CEO is chucking and jiving, baby. So it is what it is, man. That's not business. You don't do business. You don't do business with a snake. You know what I'm saying? You don't do business with a snake, and you don't gotta. You can look at a snake. You can see a snake, and you don't gotta touch a snake in order to get bit. Snake's a snake, and you sleep with snakes long enough, you'll get bit. And Ripple just showed you where they are. They showed you where they are. They showed you who they were. They showed you who they were as a company. Brad showed you who he was as an individual, and you can take that information and do with that what you so choose, man. It is what it is, and that's how I feel about it. And Sambo, Brad Garlinghouse, Sambo. You don't know what Sambo is? Look it up. But that's what he is, man. And I wish everybody in the XRP community well. I hope XRP hits $20. I'll be there to long it and make some money on the way up. But it is what it is, man. That's a fucked up shit. And everybody will try to put a spin on it. They'll try to make it look good. Oh my God, it was just business. It was this, it was that, it was we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. No, that's some old Sambo shit. We're gonna call it for what it is. Living the dream, bro. We always live in the dream. Junior, what's going on, brother? Hunzinger and Junior. Hunzinger's doing his thing over there on X. I mean on TikTok. Yo, TikTok, get them likes up. Let's go. Let's go. But that's just my opinion, and I don't expect everybody to share my opinion. You got your investments. You do what you do with them. You believe in what you believe in, but that's just my take on it. And that's just my take on it. And I don't ask anybody to agree with me or disagree with me. I just see what I see, and I do what I do. Hot damn, let's fucking go. Yeah, let's go, baby. But I just see what I see, and I do what I do, and I call out what I call out, man. But a whole bunch of maxis will get out here and they'll try to justify that position, and they'll try to justify everything. And I'm not into justifying anything. I see what I see, and what I see is what I see, and it is what it is. What's up, Tim Skay? Good morning, my brother. Man, how are you, man? How are you? Where you been, dog? Where you been? But yeah, I see what I see. It is what it is, man. And if he turned his back on the people who had his support and went to bed with the people who put him in court, what do you think he's gonna do later on? That's the question you got to ask yourself. That's the question right there. You should be asking yourself. And why is he against DeFi, right? Why is he voting against DeFi? And the same banks that put him in court, that made the SEC put him in court, are the same banks now that he's backing. I don't know. From the code that I live by, that's some punk shit. I'm just saying. Good morning, Scottish. Good morning, my dog. Scottish up there killing them longs and shorts, man. My man's up there leverage trading the market like crazy. So you had we got a Bitcoin problem. We had a hack on one of these miners, lost $282 million to a hack. So here we go. They're hacking this thing, and $282 million they lost. Trump don't wanna mess with NATO. Really, real talk. This market ain't looking too good. You keep messing around, man. Now you got the European Union pissed off about Greenland, and they retaliating. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. You know what I mean? I don't blame them. You just can't go and take another country and just say, give me another country. That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. You know, Trump's a G, but that ain't how it works, man. So yeah, I mean the big news is that right there, right? But here's what you guys got to pay attention to. Look at this red on the hour. Look at this red on the day. Look at this red on the week. You know, you don't get to green in the cryptocurrency market really until you get to the month, right? Yeah, crypto's not even really on a month, right? It kind of is up on a month, but not really. So the weekly's down, the daily's down, the hourly's down. So it's not looking good. So we got Bitcoin right now sitting at $93,079. This thing has dropped since I got up. UK sent soldiers. Yeah, it's gonna get nasty out there, y'all. It's getting nasty out there, Ken. It's getting. I'm not thrilled about where we are at. I'll tell you guys right now, like I'm not thrilled with where we're at. Geopolitical, all over, macro, microeconomics. I'm not thrilled with what's going on right now. It's not looking good. It's not though, Timsky. It's not kind of how it works, right? If you're gonna take somebody's property, you got to take it, right? You got to take it, and you don't take your ally. That would be like the United States just going in there and taking Canada, being like, yo, you got to sell us Canada, or we're just gonna come in there and take it. Even though you guys have been chilling with us forever, even though you guys have been rolling with us forever. We gotta we're gonna just take it. Come on, man. There's a way of doing business, and that's not it, baby. That's not it. But yeah, crypto is the crypto market suffered. Excuse me, guys. Crypto market suffering. Stock market's doing just fine. Stock market's doing just fine. They're setting in new all-time highs. Lower markets are suffering like crypto, but that's why you see the big run in the precious metals, right? Because of all of this uncertainty and the need for precious metals has got a double-edged sword. A double upside right now, right? What they got going on right now is one, people are running for safety, right? They're running for safety, gold, silver, that's safety. And two, you need them precious metals to pull off what the world is trying to pull off right now. So they definitely got a double leg up right now, right? Definitely got a double leg up right now. So that's why you see precious metals really running right now. So what do we got going on right here, right now? Baby, this is the total two, sitting at $1.25 trillion. This is where all of your altcoins sit, y'all. So people will ask me about individual altcoins, where they're at, how they're doing. How is my altcoin going to perform? What's it going to do? Just look at the total two. If the total two is down, your altcoin's more than likely going to be in the shitter. Just that simple. Population. Oh, Kevin. Oh, Ken, you crazy, man. You a fool for that, man. But yeah, so the total two sitting here, $1.25 trillion. Look, guys, this is a daily chart, right? So your daily candle came in. Didn't look good. The bottom of the box, I've been showing you guys the bottom of this box that we've been running up since 2023 and how this thing just can't get back up inside of this box, right? We've been talking about this, right? And look, it fell out of it here. Boom, tried to get back up into it right here. Resistance, got back up in here, fell out, couldn't stay up in there. Resistance, fell all the way down after it knocked on the door 5 times and couldn't get in. Fell all the way down here to about 1.16 trillion, right? Made it, built some more support right here, got regrouped, built itself back up right here, came back up here, tried to knock on this door again. Resistance, got knocked down 3 more times, right? Came back down here, tried to build up some support to make this next run up. Resistance, and then boom, fell back down. So got to find a new support level to see if we go up there and knock on that door again and try to get back up inside of that channel, right? This channel right now needed to get back up in here. The bottom side of this thing is right around $1.32 trillion, right? So $1.32 trillion is the bottom side of this. So your altcoins can't be bullish. They can't be bullish until the total 2 breaks 1.3, let's call it 1.32 trillion, right? 1.32 trillion. Until it gets to that level, your altcoins are still bearish, right? Not saying we're in a bear market, because that would be controversial, but they're bearish. We've been watching this total market cap too right here. Told you this total market cap was consolidating right here, right? So crypto couldn't be bullish until it broke out of this consolidation period right here, right? Consolidated. Can we agree that that's consolidation, right? You got the EMA ribbons coming down, they're going sideways. You've been on this downhill trend right here. You broke out of this downward trend. You started to trade sideways a little bit. So that's what we call consolidation. We consolidated right here. We broke out right here. Couldn't keep the breakout. Fell back down inside of here. Came back down to the moving averages. Went back into this consolidation box. Broke out here. Had a couple days of up right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of up. Couldn't hold it. Couldn't hold the top side of this box, right? The top side of this consolidation, which was acting like resistance. They needed to make it support. Couldn't make it support. Now we fell back down inside. Got to make that support. Got to make that support, or the total market cap's just going to continue to fall. You see this thing just keeps coming right back down into the EMA ribbons. It goes up, boom, it breaks it, comes right back down, and can't hold on. It just can't hold on. And that's the problem, is there's just not enough liquidity in the market to hold these levels. That's my opinion. That's DG's opinion. I'm just sitting here. I'm just a guy on YouTube. I'm just a guy on TikTok. I'm just a guy on X that just shows you the chart, shows you what I see, and brings receipts. Can't hold the top side. There's not enough liquidity to hold the top side of that. It doesn't exist. When we look at BTC, this box on BTC, damn, just moved my line. This box on BTC right here, we've been holding on to this box right here since 2023, right? This tunnel right here, we followed up that upward trend since 2023, fell out of it right here. It put in a bear flag right here. You broke out of your bear flag right here to the downside. The bottom of this bear flag is your biggest support line right here. It's your biggest support line. Here's your sideways action right here. We've looked at this sideways action forever. Busted out of that sideways action, put in some new highs over here from that sideways action, right? Came back up to this resistance line, which was once support, and then boom, which obviously is no coincidence that it's if you extend that line out, it's the bottom side of that box, right? That's not a coincidence, right? Couldn't hold on, got beat back down, and now boom, we're right back down into the EMAs. getting ready to trade sideways, ready to see if we can make this move back to the upside. Here's the bottom line with Bitcoin, guys. And the market moves how Bitcoin moves, right? If Bitcoin can't hold on to 91.5, you're going to come and test this level right here at 85. It's got to hold on to 91.5, which it seems like ever since yesterday, it's got that bounce back up off of that nasty candle that it came in on the weekly. So it looks like it wants to try to move to the upside. It wants to try to move and hold on to these levels. So that's good news, right? That's good news that Bitcoin's at least got a little bit of fight in it. You know, it just didn't completely just fall off the face of the earth. It's got a little bit of fight in it. We'll see. We'll see if throughout the day it can continue its fight, right? XRP got absolutely just freaking hammered. Just absolutely crushed. Look at this chart. When we look at this thing, sitting at $1.97 right now. You're in downtrend right here. Busted out of downtrend, traded sideways, made this nasty move up right here to about, I'm not even going to go to the top of the wick. I don't really like top of the wicks. I don't like dealing with wicks. So let's just deal with how the candles close. Right around 240, right? 240 right there. Couldn't hold 240. Couldn't hold 240. You seen 240 was the resistance here, right, roughly right around there. Became resistance over here as well. And needed to fill in. This big red candle filled that in. Couldn't hold that. Came back down here to the EMA ribbons. Couldn't hold on to the moving average. Dropped below the moving average right here. These are hourly candles, guys. I'm not showing you anything that's 15 minutes or anything like that. Couldn't hold on to the EMA ribbons. Dropped below them. Starting to put this hourly candle, this red hourly candle in. And I'm gonna tell you guys, like, here's the strategy. One of the strategies I use for leveraging the markets, right? If you're below these EMA ribbons, you're a short. If you're above them, you're a long, right? And we can look at this thing like this. Look at these EMA ribbons got real close right here. They started to consolidate. They started to flip, right? If you would have shorted that right there and just stayed in your short and rolled that short down, you would have got in. Let's say let's just say you're not even that good. You got in on the bottom of this candle at $2.80, and you would have shorted that thing all the way down to where it is right now. You're at $1.97. Just if you would have just got out, let's just say right here when these things started to turn a little bit, right? You would have been I don't know, roughly, I don't know, let's call it $1.90 something. So you would have left some money on the table, but not too bad. So I don't know. You tell me. Anything underneath this line right here is a short. Let's look at where XRP's levels are today. Way overbought, right? You're up here in the overbought. Got a sell signal right now. Got a sell signal on a daily. That's not a good sign for the day. Got a sell signal on a daily. So I don't know. You tell me where that's going. 3M is going to change his name to K3M is going to change his name. All right. Well, tell him to change it then. No chance. No chance, Timsky. No chance, Timsky. So, but yeah, I don't know. You tell me where that chart. You tell me what that chart looks like. You tell me where that chart's going. Look, we'll drill it in here for you so that there's no mistake. Tell me where that chart's going. Tell me what that chart looks like. And it's any altcoin, right? Let's look at Ethereum. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what Ethereum's doing right now. So Ethereum's sitting at $3,230 right now. Pulled back down to the EMA ribbons, started to bounce off of that, which is a good sign. That's a decent sign that it's bouncing off the EMA ribbons. The EMA ribbons are pointing up a little bit. That's a good sign. Looks like it might have some juice in it, but look, it's getting overbought here, and you have a sell signal coming in down here, right? Which means that Ethereum's losing steam right now. Ethereum's on the top side losing steam right now. Looks like if it breaks below these EMA ribbons right here, you're probably looking for Ethereum to come probably right down here to this line right here, which is 3,107. If it can't hold 3,170, if it can't hold that, you're looking to drop down and test some of these levels right here. You got a problem. If you can't hold that, you got a problem, right? So Solana, one of the easiest charts to trade in history. Solana, you just kind of know where it's going. You know, you can look at the chart and just kind of see it. It's one of the easiest charts to trade. Sitting at $134.06 right now. Look at this thing, putting in consolidated itself up here, putting in its red candles, just like everything else. Fell below the EMA ribbons, which means Solana is now, if it closes this candle right here, Solana's in a short position. Solana's in a short position. It sure is. See, I don't even need to look at these indicators. What you should. It's oversold. You got a sell signal on it. So when you know, you know. When you know, you know. When you can just look at the chart and you know, you just know. So Solana looks like it might be on its way down today too. Any crypto and WEF? No, I haven't heard of any news with that. But the one thing that nobody's talking about either, and I find it interesting because we talked about it on Friday, but I find it interesting that nobody's talking about this, is Chainlink and Swift just pulled off a crazy pilot where they were transferring United States bonds as they currently exist, right, across chain, interoperability across chains. Swift and Chainlink pulled this off flawlessly using stable coins. Using what? Stable coins, baby. They used stable coins and literally did an interoperability test across chains. Swift, who we know has their blockchain, everybody counted Swift out. But Swift is still here. It doesn't, excuse me. Swift doesn't have a token for its blockchain, right? Doesn't have a token. Working with Chainlink, and it pulled off this major interoperability test to transfer bonds across chain and settle the bond payments, right? And settle it, right? So not only did they transfer them, but they settled it, right? They settled it. Went off flawlessly from what they say. So, you tell me what's going on behind the scenes, dog. You tell me what's going on behind the scenes. Man, this is gonna get interesting. XLM. Right here. Look at it, same thing. XLM's if it comes up here and retests these EMA ribbons and drops back down, XLM's in a great shorting position right now. Missed the short right here. You would have missed this breakout. You would have missed that short right here. I don't or downside pressure. I don't expect it. I wouldn't say get in now, but if it comes up here and it retests this, it's definitely in a short position. Oversold, and definitely doesn't. It's got a sell signal, a little bit one. I'd wait for that thing to retest and come back down, drop a short in on there, and you will be good if that's how it breaks down. But Solana, man, Solana's on breakdown, man. Man, Solana's in a breakdown right now, baby. Whew. Just waiting for this to give the sell signal right here. But I think Solana's got a retest right here. It's got a retest coming in of these ribbons right here. It's got a retest, and then you'll get that sell signal over there. But Solana looks like it's on its way down. Scottish, watch out for Solana today. Could be a nice short. Could be a nice short. If it retests and can't hold it, that could be looking juicy, baby. That one could be looking good. Could be looking good. What we got going on over here? SPX 6900. Where we at, baby? I've been trading the shit out of this project. Same thing. You look at this thing, same situation as everybody else, right? On downhill. 1, 2, 3 hours of sell off. 3 hours of sell off. It's definitely overbought now. Got a sell signal on it. Came in probably right up in here somewhere. But yeah, definitely looking like everybody else right now. What we got with Bonk? What we got with Bonk sitting over here? Oh, Bonk ain't looking nasty. Bonk is looking nasty. Not looking good. Not looking good for Bonk. Gave it 0 back too. They got hurt. Sitting up here, definitely got a short signal right here. Sitting on a sell signal right here. Looks like it wants to come. Broke down. Bonk not looking good. We got going on with Brett over there on base. I like to keep track of these the big meme coins on base. The big meme coins on every chain, because kind of lets you know where the rest of the meme coins are at on them chains. Again, same situation. We don't got to keep going through it. Broke down, got a sell signal, oversold. Not looking good. MON, Monad. Where is Monad? Monad has been a big disappointment, man. This is probably one of the biggest disappointing launches of the year, right here. Just been an absolute disappointment. We'll see if they can turn it around. They're still going. They're still going to have that. Oh yeah, they're gonna abuse your money. This market will take your money. They will abuse your money. And there's the lizard people are sitting out here. They're trying to take it. They're trying to take it. And as institutional investors start to come more and more, they're going to start taking more and more of your money. If you don't know what game you're playing, they're going to take it. But Monad has been one of the biggest disappointing launches of the year. This thing came off of Coinbase's launchpad, had huge hype around it. Literally like millions of dollars in pre-sale, right? Millions and millions of dollars in pre-sale on this thing. And it just basically took a crap dive, right? Like this thing you had this big run up here. Look at this big day. Look at that big launch right there, right? And look where it's been since launch, right? Like right there. There's your big green candle for launch right there. Had an amazing launch, right? And then look at this thing. Just been straight downhill from there, right? From the launch. Broke out of that downhill, went to an upside, which we always say when you get big green gaps like this or big red gaps like this, usually they get filled about halfway, right? About halfway. And if you look at this, it got filled about halfway up, right? Got filled, came back up, filled that gap about halfway, and then did what? Took an immediate trip back down to no man's land, right? And then here we are. We're sitting here, and this thing is just getting crushed right now. Just getting absolutely crushed. It's like I said, this has been a big disappointment right here. And I don't own any Monad. I trade the hell out of this thing, but I don't technically own any. So I got no dog in that race, right? Chili's did it consolidated here for a long time. We don't usually talk about Chili's, but this consolidation period right here was forever, right? And then it did some upgrades to its blockchain and busted out to the top side. Um, and here we are now, right? So with Chili's, don't be surprised if Chili's comes back down here and tests these moving averages, right? Real soon, right? Look how far away it is from its moving averages. It went on that nasty run. Congratulations to Chili's, right? With their blockchain upgrade. Congratulations to them. They did a great job, but price action is price action, charts are charts, and we're gonna look at this thing the way that it is. Uh, you got these moving averages pointed straight to the upside. Don't be surprised if Chili's comes back down here and tests these things, even if it just touches the top side. That's 0.045 cents right now. And it's sitting at 0.05. So it probably could lose like a penny to get back down here and get back into these moving averages before it decides what it's going to do next, right? And before it decides what it's going to do next. And starting to happen. You're in way overbought territory up here, and you got your sell signal already on Chili's right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. So just if you're in it, just be careful with it. Uh we got lit over here. Lighter had a bunch of listings. Got listed on a bunch of exchanges, Coinbase, Robinhood, I believe, bunch of them. You see, this thing came out of the gate swinging over here, like literally, like it did its thing right here, consolidated forever, made that move, came back down. This thing is definitely pointing to the downside right now. Way overbought, way overbought. You got your sell signal right here on this candle right here, right here. Got your sell signal there, and there's your sell signal there. Things starting to come down, sitting right in the moving averages right now. The thing's bust below these moving averages. Definitely could be in for a bigger drop. Definitely could be in for a bigger drop. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. You got Dash. Let's look at Dash. Dash been on a monster run. Look at this thing. Look at what Dash is doing. That Dash is probably the standout right now, right? When it comes to cryptos, Dash is probably the standout. Dash is probably the one that's doing the most gains over here. But look at the wicks. Here's the problem with Dash. Look at the wicks. They're all wicks, right? And the wicks are being sold off on. You're wicking high, you're selling off. You're wicking high, you're selling off. So that's the issue, right? You got these big, huge run ups and wicks, right? So if you're trading this, you better have some take profit set, because if you got some take profit set on these big wicks up, boy, you could make some good money here, right? Just off the wicks. But you're definitely trading sideways just a little bit today. Even the wicks down. Look at them big wicks down. Oh, Jesus, this thing's just all over the place on daily. But you look at this thing, highly volatile. Definitely getting up in here into this overbought territory. Waiting for the red sell signal to come here. Waiting for the sell signal to come here, and we'll see what we're gonna do with Dash after that. I don't like to short things when they're above the EMA, so probably stay away from a short on Dash right now. I would stay away from a short on Dash right now. Just my opinion. Some other people can play it differently, but it's sitting at $79.13 right now. But it's way extended right here, and it's because it's been running so hard, and it's just been wicking out. I would probably stay away from it right now, just because it's been wicking out. But looking at River's actually been performing well as well too. Sitting at $27.28 right now. Definitely above the EMAs, well extended above the EMAs up here, in a little bit of a sell-off position right now. In a little bit of a sell-off. Got the sell signal here definitely overbought up there. But River's been performing pretty damn well on the charts. And if you don't believe me, we can just come on over here. And even in this down market, River's up 9%. Even in this crappy market, River's up 9%. Well, I'm sorry, it just updated itself. It's down 2.5%. My bad. On the hour, look at the daily though. Where is River? River's gonna make me a liar here. Let's see where River's at. There's Dash. There's River. River's 40.6% on the week, and it's up on the hour. It's up on the hour just slightly. I mean, it's up on the daily just slightly. My bad. On the hourly, it's definitely taking a step back. But look at Quant. Quant is performing right now, baby. 83.3. $83.34. Quant's performing. Here's what's happening, and here's what I believe is happening in this crypto atmosphere right now. What I believe is going down. What I believe is happening. What I believe that people are coming around to. What's the best way to explain this right here? Well, before we get into that, let's look at the liquidation levels, because I'll figure out what the best way to explain what I'm seeing is. I gotta figure out how to put it in words that people can understand outside of my head. So we got Bitcoin sitting right here. Liquidation levels on Bitcoin right now. Below us, you got $91,656. You're looking at about $104.8 million of liquidations right there. Probably your biggest level right there. And then we're looking 93,446, looking at about 6.5 million there. To the bottom side of it, right here is what we got. Let's see what we got going on here. 94,400 right here. Looking at a minuscule, and I say minuscule, $306 million, $303 million, somewhere up in there. We don't got a lot of liquidations above us, but we got a shit ton below us. 93.5, 91.6. So 93.5 is probably what we got above us right now for the biggest liquidations. Up in there, 93.5, and below us, 91.6, and it looks like they're just about even here. Not too far off. Not too far off. So let's see, how can we do this here? So here's what I think is going on in crypto. Here's where I think the shift is coming. Right? And I'm going to try to explain this to you guys as simple as I can. So you have Bank A right here, and you have Bank B right here, and you have Bank C right here, right? So let's say Bank A is XRP. Let's say Bank B is H bar. Let's say that Bank A uses XRP, Bank B uses H bar, and Bank C uses Ethereum. Just for demonstration purposes, right? So how can I let's break this down to its simplest compound, right? And here's what I think that people are realizing. Well, not people, but the industry. So you have XRP over here that runs the XRPL. They can only talk to banks that run the XRPL, right? That's it. They're limited, right? HBAR, Bank B is running the Hashgraph system, right? So they can only talk to banks that are on the Hashgraph system, right? HBAR. And you have Bank C over here who's running off Ethereum, right? And they can only talk to Ethereum, right? So let's say Bank A is Wells Fargo. Let's say Bank B is Bank of America. And let's say Bank C is the Bank of England. So Bank A, being Wells Fargo, uses the XRPL, right? So they can only talk to other banks that are on the XRPL, right? So they can't talk to Bank of America and they can't talk to the Bank of England. I think that's what we call them, right? So there can be no transactions done between XRP in Bank of America and the Bank of England, right? Can't be done. Doesn't exist, right? And then what we have, I got to fix TikTok over here. Junior, I got to fix TikTok because there ain't enough likes over there. All right. So there we go. Right. So this system doesn't work. From a financial standpoint, this system doesn't work. Right. Financial institutions can't operate like this. So they have to be able to connect this to this, this to this, and this back to here, and this back to here, right? You got to be able to connect these two, right? So they have to use interoperability protocols in order to talk across blockchain, right? So you have Link, Quant, Pyth being the biggest out there, right? So, and Chainlink right here being the absolute biggest and monstrous out there, right? So here's what I think is happening in crypto from an investor standpoint, an institutional investor standpoint. These blockchains are valuable, right? Because you need these blockchains in order to run a system. So they're valuable, right? But I believe that people are starting to realize that these tokens that do this work right here are more valuable because you're going to see transactions on a blockchain, which basically volume drives price, right? Volume drives price, but if you're the XRP, the HBAR, or the Ethereum in this demonstration, you're only going to see volume from your chain, right? You're only going to see volume from your chain, right? But if you're a Chainlink, Quant, or Pyth, you may see volume from each and all of these chains coming through because you have to connect them all, right? So the financial system doesn't work in a blockchain environment without these guys, right? So, yes, these blockchains are valuable and profitable, but they're useless without these guys. Without the middlemen that link them all together, your blockchain in your financial system is actually useless. So I asked the question, and I've asked this a couple weeks ago. What's more valuable to you, these blockchains or these guys that make them all talk to each other? And that's a question that you have to ask yourself. Our Yo, I'm not an artist, but I did the best I could. So what's more valuable, right? I think to be well diverse, you should own a little bit of all of them, right? But make no doubt, blockchains are limited without the implementation of these interoperability protocols. So XRP, Hedera, Ethereum, none of them are taking over the world without Chainlink, Quant, or Pyth. Them are just raw facts, right? Like nobody can argue with that, right? Like I just want to make sure like nobody can argue with that, right? Like there's no argument there, right? Because people love to argue about the blockchain that they're fanboying, right? So I'm a big proponent of you should be diversified and own some blockchains and some interoperability protocols. But I'm also not naive enough to know that even any of these blockchains can operate in a world where it has to talk to other banks, other financial institutions, or other retailers without these guys. I'm not that naive. I'm not that naive to understand that, to not understand that. So you have what's I posed the question, what's more valuable, here or here? Limitations, 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 no limitations. What's more valuable? What's more valuable? Shiloh, what's up, dog? What table we flipping? What table we flipping today? We're flipping all the tables, Shiloh. We're flipping them all over, baby. We're making money. Start setting. Start setting TikTok. TikTok goals. I am, Junior. But yeah, so I ask yourself, this is the question you guys got to ask yourself moving in. Blockchains are limited to talk to the blockchains that they're built on, right? The framework that they're built on. Interoperability protocols are made to pull them together and make them talk to each other. So, what's more valuable? Ask yourself that question. Answer yourself that question on this Martin Luther King Day where the markets are closed. You don't have a ton of well, you got volatility in the market is extremely volatile, but the United States stock market's closed, all that stuff. Ask yourself this question. Are you diversified enough to know that the XRPs, the Ethereums, the Solanas, the HBARs are limited in scope to what they can do? Do you have interoperability protocols inside of your wallet? And are you diversified enough in that? Because without them, none of this works. The whole financial system can't come. None of this works. The financial system doesn't work on chain. RWAs doesn't work on chain. AI doesn't work on chain without these interoperability protocols. Now, somebody that's fanboying a blockchain that are only invested in a specific blockchain or ecosystem will tell you differently. But tell them to prove it to you. Tell them to prove it to you because they're not going to be able to. So with that, guys, we're up out of here today. Market looks like trash. It looks like it wants to come down a little bit today. Doesn't look good. Looks like trash, actually. It's all in red. So it's all in red. So just hang on in there, guys. Mama said it's gonna be all right. Mama said it's gonna get a little bit better. Just not right now. But yeah, Bitcoin's definitely coming down. You got 92.9 right now. The key level for Bitcoin is 91.4, 91.5. I'm telling you guys right now, If it gets down to 91, 4, 91.5 in that area, and they can't hold that support, 88,000 is incoming, y'all. So pay attention to that level right there. That level right there is no joke. So if you think that that's a joke, it's no joke. Man, come on. Man, come on. Short short day. Short day today. No, I've been on here for over an hour. I'm about to open up on TikTok though. I think in about an hour. I'm about to open up a panel on TikTok just to talk about the market. So, with that, guys, we're up out of here. You guys have a great day, and we'll be back at you guys on Wednesday. Pay attention to X, pay attention to YouTube, but more importantly, pay attention to TikTok for a lot of my updates because that's where I do post them. Posted a couple videos over there yesterday when the new candle started to come in. So pay attention over there as well. So with that, guys, you guys have a great day. We're up out of here. Pay attention to the market. Looks like the market wants to come down today. A lot of selling pressure in the market. And with the United States stock market being closed, you're not going to get that ETF volume today. So it's going to be even that much easier for the market to be manipulated. So with that, pay attention, be safe, be smart, protect your money, protect your wallets, protect DeFi, stand with people who stand with DeFi, stand with people who understand that the importance of DeFi staying not like it is, but not getting totally destroyed is important. So with that, guys, we're up out of here. Peace.